Good evening, world. Good evening to everyone, and welcome back to yet another fun-filled episode here with us on the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast. As we embark upon what will be another great episode tonight, and so we thank you all for chopping it up with us, and we thank you in advance for a time that will be had. And so, yes, world, we are back like a shark attack, back like we love something, back like we ain't got no clothes in our back. And for the world is a better place in the moment when the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast is taking place. And so thank you for tuning in with us this evening as we converse about the latest sports topics that have taken place in this past week and will be upcoming this week. It is always a blast to have you all tune in and participate with us every weekend or every Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever we call it. We appreciate you guys' participation. As a reminder that every week we always like to begin our podcast by reminding our audience that the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast can be found on Facebook via our two Facebook pages. That is the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast community page, as well as on our Early Morning Sports Talk podcast Facebook page. You can find us on Instagram at EMSTP underscore. Again, we just went live on IG at EMSTP underscore. YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify's the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast, as well as our own Facebook pages via Brandon Price, Jamar Goodman, and Jones, as well as our guests for that evening or weekend. Today is January 21st, 2026. We have seen yet again another fascinating week in the sports world. Always fascinating. This is what sports is. Well, last Sunday, our Chicago Bears, in heartbreaking fashion, would fall to the LA Rams. We got to talk about this one in because it's a lot to talk about with this one. Chicago Bears would fall, and our season would come to an end, unfortunately. And it's life sometimes. You got to go through growing pains sometimes in order to get to the mountaintop. The Bills, another overtime game. The Bills will fall to the Broncos in overtime. A lot of questionable calls in that game. Um, uh, Heartbreaking fashion. Josh Allen comes up short again, and even the head coach afterwards, Sean McDermott, a 98 wins, 50 losses, exceptional coach, but he was fired, and so we'll talk about that. Additionally, the Seattle Seahawks would dominate the banged up 49ers. They were just banged up and then the other game, New England, they defense, man, just smothered. But then again, was it New England's defense or was it CJ Stroud? We'll talk about that. And so, with that being said, introducing my partner here on the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast and my brother from another mother, Mr. Ian Jones, aka Rod Tibble, aka Peoples Hernandez, aka Callie Watson. Mr. Ian Jones, my bro, what it do?
What's good? What's good? How you feeling, bro?
I'm good, bro. I'm good, man. A lot to talk about, bro. So let's
Yep.
get into it, dog. Let's get into it. And so the Bears, they rally in the fourth, only to fall short to the LA Rams. And
Yes.
so I know you watched the game. And so break down the game, bro. What's your thoughts? What's your analysis? What happened? Um, what happened with this game, man? How did the Bears fall short? What happened?
The offense. Um, Hello.
Yes. Yeah, man. What the hell is this?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Yeah, but
Man,
back
my
to
bad,
it.
man.
Technical difficulties. That's cool. I was like, damn, what happened? But now,
Oh man, bro.
this game was it was simply on the offense. A lot of drop passes, uh, missed opportunities, kind of questionable play calling, but they did
Hmm.
rally in the fourth. They rallied in the fourth, got it together, of course, and man, Caleb, with the Caleb magic, man,
That
bro, that
throw,
fourth
bro.
down, bro, I was sitting in front of TV like, get the fuck out of here, like,
Like, get
there's
the
no
fuck out of
way,
here.
like, I had no
Like,
words to explain, cause
and look,
he's,
my girlfriend, she don't know nothing about football, but she watching the game with me, and she say, "What the fuck was that? Like, I ain't never seen that before." She
yeah,
like,
bro,
"That's the
it
best throw
was,
I've ever seen in my life."
yeah, when he started to go, when he turned his back to the defense, I hate that. I hate when quarterback do that. I'm like, no, I hate when him and Shador do that. And so he started turning his back to the defense. I'm like, no, what are you doing? I'm like, no, don't do that. And then I'm like, God damn, just give him a chance. Just throw it. And he threw it. And God damn, he threw it. A perfect damn pass. And Cole Kmet caught the ball.
Landed
And I'm just like, get the fuck out of here, bro.
out of
Like,
here.
I've
Yeah.
watched so much football and played football. And man, I've never seen shit like that on a fourth down,
Right,
fourth quarter. Gotta have it. Season on the
man.
line I was like, that old lady up there, she working her magic. I was like, she doing something, bro. Cause I ain't never, especially if I would see it happen to somebody, it would be the Bears. I tell you that, or Chicago team. So I was like, bro, what the hell is going on with these Bears? I'm like, this is insane. But
Right.
man, hell of a play by Caleb, hell of a play by Cole Kmet, and man, they got the field goal going overtime.
Mm-mm-mm.
Think they got a little little antsy, a little cocky. I think they could have pulled it out.
Yeah, it
Just
probably
that
was
miss.
some comfort in that overtime end. That's true. It probably was some comfort, especially
Yeah,
amongst Caleb once he started moving the ball down the field. He was
yeah. After they
probably
got the
saying to
stop.
himself, like, I done did this shit a million times already. We finna go on
Hmm.
here and take care of this. He probably was thinking
Yeah,
that, which probably led to that throw.
yeah. Some miscommunication between him and DJ led to an interception, and yeah, that's pretty much our season. That's pretty much their season. So, man, it's a hell of a
Right.
season, man. I think they overachieved. Nobody expected, them to go to the divisional round, and they way to beat the Packers with, both times, the last two times, and they had some thrilling games with them this year. They had some crazy comeback wins this year in Cincinnati, Green Bay, twice.
I mean, it was all
Hell,
over the
even in
place. The
hell
Giants,
the
I
Giants,
mean,
hell,
the Raiders.
even in the Rams game, they just ended up losing in the overtime, but they had a hell
Right.
of a season. And I'll say one thing: be 35 in about 3.5 weeks from now, I guess. Yeah, yeah, about 3.5 weeks. I have never seen the Chicago Bears defense, and especially that secondary, play the way they played. What's that? Sunday night? That was Sunday night, right?
Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Sunday night. I've never seen them play that damn good. From
Hmm.
Jalen Johnson, Jaquan Brisker. Jaquan Brisker had the
Hmm.
game of his life. Kyler Gordon,
Yeah.
uh, C.J. Gardner Johnson, Deshaun Wright. Every last one of them motherfuckers. Even the
Right.
ones that was coming down on the kickoff, the boys was hitting hard, man. That secondary, they was
Hmm.
blitzing, they was making it uncomfortable for Puka and Matthew Stafford and Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams only had two catches. But
Right.
I mean, the one that he did have, it did hurt us. But
It hurt
hey,
us, but
yeah,
that
but
was
I
a hell
can't
of a
argue.
catch.
Yeah, but I can't argue with that, man. That secondary, with us losing T.J. Edwards, last week, man, that secondary played they ass off. There ain't no other way to describe it. That I ain't never seen no Bears secondary play that well. We'd had some great guys in our secondary in the Bears organization, since I've been living, but. And them boys as a collective group, man, they played their ass off. And I tip my hat to them because that secondary and that defense, they kept that game. They kept that game in
They
striking
kept that
distance.
game in very, very, very strikeable distance. So, can
Yeah.
I talk my shit now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Um, the secondary played great, but I honestly expected them to play great in because of the weather conditions. Remember last week I told you, dog. I said I hope it snow like a motherfucker. I said I hope
Yeah.
it's cold like a motherfucker. I hope it's
Hmm.
every condition that's opposite the LA Rams so that we could take advantage of the LA Rams. The
Hmm.
Bears, me and you in watching the game. Any Bears fan know, anybody that watched the game know the Bears gave that game away. The
Yeah.
Bears totally, totally, totally should have won that game, and we should be preparing for the NFC champion. We should
In Seattle.
totally be preparing for
We
that
should be
game.
going to
Yes,
Seattle.
we should be going to Seattle. Absolutely, we gave that game away. Um, One thing that worries me, bro, is as a head coach, you want to set the tone. You want to set the culture, right? And you probably saw the post during the game live on the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast community page, in which I stated, kick the damn field goal. Caleb and the offense is working their ass off in order to get down the field. Now, credit to the LA Rams defense, bro. On them short down conversions, this is probably why we going home too, bro, is we couldn't run the football. We didn't run the football
On
against Green
those,
Bay.
on those short
And,
downs. Yeah, they
and
can move. They can
yeah,
move.
and we couldn't run the football damn sure against the Rams. Credit to the Rams defense. It was cold as hell, but that defense with that defensive line,
Yeah.
you know about Jared Verse. We know about them dudes. They can ball. Jared
Yeah.
Verse is he gonna be a future star in this league, and we both know that.
Mhm.
Them linebackers, some of them unnamed, but they can play their ass off. So that front seven for the Rams is deadly. I mean, Swift was trying to jump, hop. They was knocking his ass back. He couldn't do nothing. Now, don't get me wrong. We was missing our left tackle. And if we probably had our left tackle, that would have been nice. If our receivers would have blocked a little bit more, like for instance, when Swift was on that, we was on what was it? The third quarter, bro. We marched all the way down the field as Caleb Williams often do with the offense when he get his ass going, they drive down the field. They
Mhm.
drove all the way down the field. They stop us again on fourth down. The reason why, because Romo Dunze, DJ Moore not blocking like they supposed to. And it kind of worries me because I was thinking honestly, in like I like DJ Moore. I know that's your boy,
Mhm.
but that route he fucked that up. Number one, but then number two, he not blocking the way he's supposed to, and so as a result, that's leading to the Rams hungry defenders coming up and knocking Swift all the way back. I mean, obviously that was an embarrassing play, and it just looked really bad, and it looked like we wasn't really blocking for him. And so those type of plays, but then also the gambling of Ben Johnson, bro. Ben Johnson, I know he want to set the culture. I know he want to set the team straight. Let everybody know this who we is. This how we
Sometimes
coming.
you gotta take the
He
points.
letting everybody
Sometimes
know. But sometimes, my nigga,
you
you
take the
gotta
point.
take the fucking points.
Yeah.
This is a game we should not have lost. But it was Ben gambling like his ass in Las Vegas at the Marriott or something, G. You know,
He was
you know,
he put on his Dan Campbell shirt for a little
he
while.
put on his Dan Campbell shirt.
Um,
Or maybe perhaps, dog, maybe perhaps it was Ben Johnson doing that shit a lot in Detroit. We just seen Dan Campbell be the poster face,
yeah,
but
but Dan's
it's
still
probably
doing it to
Ben
this
that's
day.
behind.
It's both of them. Dan's still doing it to this day.
I guess that's why they was a nice little match over there in Detroit, huh? And
Yeah,
so he
yeah.
brought that culture totally here, bro. And it was
Mhm.
just one of those games where I just wish and he realized, hey, we in Chicago, they from LA, they not on nothing. They not the Rams that we see. Now, if it was in
Yeah.
LA, they'd be
They
all over, they'd be like the greatest show on turf in LA. But they
yeah.
was in Chicago. It was freezing, it was cold. The conditions was clearly on our side. They weren't on shit. Matthew Stafford looked like shit. Sean McVay wasn't calling nothing. He was confused and rattled. You see? Like outside of that first drive, that's the only moment they had, really, bro. Was that first drive, and then they had a nice little drive in order to end the first half. But
Yeah.
outside of that, they were on lock. And
And
don't get me wrong, they did
in the
get that
fourth
last touchdown as well in the
in the
fourth
fourth
quarter.
quarter, yeah.
They got that clutch
That was
touchdown
about
in the
it.
fourth
But
quarter.
I mean, that was
You
about
know,
it though.
but other than that, in between those 3 drives, they weren't on nothing the entire game.
Yeah.
We could have won that game in at least 23-17 in regulation
Yeah.
if we take the field
Definitely.
goals. You
Definitely
know,
take the field
it's
goals. A couple missed opportunities, like I know on the one fourth down, I think it was in the fourth quarter. I think Caleb he tried to hit Luther Burden, but he had DJ
mhm.
Moore wide open. He just could have just thrown it quick to DJ Moore and been a touchdown. But the DeAndre Swift he tried to jump over one of the defenders instead of using his speed, getting closer to the pylon. I think that changes,
Yeah,
but early in the game,
all that,
going
bro,
forward, yeah.
all that, and we still could have won the game.
Yeah, and with all that being said, they still could have won the game, and I think like Caleb stated on the interception, it was. I know a lot of
What
people
happened
think.
there, bro? What happened?
What I believe and what Caleb was saying was it was miscommunication. DJ Moore, it seemed like he was simply reading the safety, so it looked like he was going behind the safety, which I guess
Right,
the play is originally designed for, but I think Caleb wanted him to come flat. And, that's where I think the defender was kind of baiting both of them, actually. And,
right.
Caleb wanted him to kind of come flat, and DJ just kind of kept going, but, he just he let the ball go. And so, yeah, I mean, the defender made a great play. So you got to tip your hat
Mhm.
to the Rams. But,
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
they
it
defense showed.
happens.
That safety played a great game, dog.
Yeah, it happens. It happens. It just, in that instance, just happened at the wrong time. I think after we got that fourth down and one, with Caleb, uh he faked like he was gonna go straight up the middle on the sneak, and he just kind of went to the left
Hmm.
and got about probably like 1.5 yards, 2 yards on the fourth and inches. I think after that we kind of run the ball and kind of take our time. We don't have to rush. We in full command of the game. Next score win, we get a field goal. Game is over. We send them
Right,
home. We get up out of there. But
man.
I think they got a little aggressive. And I'm not,
They were
I'm not mad.
aggressive.
I'm
Ben
not
was
mad. I'm
aggressive
not,
that whole
yeah.
game. Him and Caleb. They
And I
weren't
think,
taking no
yeah.
for an answer.
And I think Caleb wanted to put the dagger in them. As usual. Him and DJ or him and Cole, whoever come up big. I think that was the thing. But and I'm not mad at the attitude. I'm not mad at the attitude from your leader. But it's just if DJ catches the ball, they the hero. Like these last couple weeks, and when you're not, it don't look good. So just miscommunication at the wrong time, and they had some turnovers. I think the offense lost them this game. It could have been some better. It could have been some better play calling. Could have took the points. It could have took the points on a couple other drives, but that's a hard loss, man. It's at the crib. They
Mhm.
overachieved though. They overachieved. NFC North division winners, division playoffs at home, the second seed in the NFC. You can't argue with that. And Caleb in his first year in the offense, you can't argue with that. So they'll be back. I got a lot of free agents
I hope
in the
so.
secondary. They got a lot of free agents on the secondary and on the defense. So they got to kind of fix the defense a little bit. I say go after Mac Crosby, but that's a dream.
Yeah,
They
we
should they
need some
should
help on
though.
that defensive line for sure. We need some help
But
on that defensive line for sure, for sure. But my thing is bro, is it a guarantee that we gonna be back? Have we not forgot what division we in? Detroit, as last as we were what? The NFC West had 3 teams above 500. We did too. And
mm,
the Vikings was right there to be above 500 too. And
yeah,
so it goes to show you that that's a hell of a division. Um, Green Bay, I don't see them fading too much if they get their
yeah, they'll
health
be
back
back.
because they were
They'll be
banged up
back.
in the playoffs too.
Yep.
So them, Detroit and Minnesota's a pretty well-oiled machine too, with a good system, and so it's gonna be tough to make it back to the playoffs, in my opinion. Especially depending upon our schedule, and especially depending on what we do in the off season in order to tune up the roster. It's gonna be
Yeah.
super important to try to make a big splash, get a nice player that could add or take over a game. We need some stars at this point, dog. We need some people that could take over a game, like a Max Crosby, like a
Yeah.
Miles Garrett, that can literally just say, "Hey, I'm gonna take this game over." It'd be nice, but I don't know if they'll come to Chicago. I don't know if we even got the cap space in, but
Got to get
it'd be
rid of one
nice
of
if
those
we
big
did.
contracts.
Right, right, right,
Yeah, I
right.
know who. Hey, you know who I'm hitting at?
Probably your boy. Yeah, probably your boy. Yeah, because Rome is ascending and Luther Burden's ascending.
Not DJ. No. On the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you talking about Montez? Oh, one of
Mm-mm.
the linebackers then.
Jalen.
Oh, okay, Jalen. Yeah, I can see that too.
Yeah.
I can see Jalen too.
Yeah, I mean he
I
didn't
can see
play.
Jalen too.
Only reason I'm saying that he didn't play half of the year, so I mean they fared pretty good without him. They got a lot of turnovers. It's a good corner, but I think his contract is expendable. I think you can trade him in a first round pick for Max Crosby or somebody of that caliber. If not, then you keep him and work around it and kind of go young or see what's out there, and keep building. TJ Edwards is going to be coming off a major injury, so that's going to be a big thing too.
He wasn't available a lot during the season anyway, though. He hasn't been available.
Yeah, but now he coming off a major injury, so that's going to be a thing they have to think about too. Kind of,
Mm,
kind of make you wish they didn't kind of give up on Roquan Smith a little bit, but I don't know. They needed that, to make certain moves. So I get it. Yeah, they got a lot of. Well, I won't say a lot, but they got some work to do on their defense. Hopefully they kind of keep the secondary together, kind of keep that core together for the most part.
I hope so, man. I hope so.
Um, I think they can. I think they can build from that. From that. Now, the thing to watch out for is they already lost Eric Bieniemy. He's going back to Kansas
Kansas City.
City. He's going back to Kansas City. Al Harris got interviewed for the Packers defensive coordinator job, I think today. So that's something to keep an eye on. Um, that's what happens when you win, man. You lose coordinators, you lose coaches, and
Exactly, exactly,
players
exactly.
ask to be paid. Nashawn Wright's going to probably, I don't know, they might not be able to retain Nashawn Wright. Probably had his career year, had a lot of turnovers this year. So I know he's a free agent, so he's gonna be looking to get paid. They already got Jalen under a big contract. Jaquan Brisker contract is up. Um, I
That's
don't think
another
he.
one we could lose. Brisker.
Yeah. So yeah. Oh, Kevin Byard. Kevin Byard, the All Pro.
Brisker and Byard both could go.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we
Hmm.
could get Byard back. It just depends on the money. I mean, yeah.
At this
It's
point, it'll be
that's
a
what happens
dream
when
to
you win.
keep Byard. It'll be a dream to keep Byard and Brisker. These are both two Pro Bowl level type safeties,
Yeah.
you know, and you don't recognize it until they gone. But these are two Pro Bowl level type safeties. Our linebackers was trash this year. No disrespect to them, but I'm not worried about them because we paying them all that money. They gotta stay. Um, and so hopefully we can make a big splash. But me honestly, and I don't see Max Crosby coming to shit. I don't know why he would come, other than but if he really think he can win a Super Bowl. But I think after all the misery he went through in Vegas, he probably just want to be on a team that he know gonna be there. And
Yeah,
so
but we did all that winning this, but you gotta look at it like this too. So we all know Chicago is a beautiful city. Chicago can compete with LA, New York, Miami, anybody. Who cares about the cold? It's a football city. So now you got Caleb in place. You don't have to pay Caleb. You got Caleb in place as, coming up as this young superstar. And, these magnificent things you did these last couple of weeks that's going to attract some big stars to be like, okay, I see what they're doing in Chicago. I think I want to be a part of that. I think I can help Caleb get them to the next level. So I think that's a thing that's going to, and
Right.
that's on both sides of the ball. Like, imagine, imagine if we had Caleb maybe like a couple years earlier, and I know it was a rumor that the Bears was trying to get Saquon Barkley. We could have got Saquon Barkley instead of Philly, but it's not as attractive. So um, they're coming off of winning the division. Um, I think a lot of people likes the way Ben Johnson coaches and his philosophy and his style of play, and so it's a great city in Chicago. We got everything here. We got everything. Anything,
Right, but
anything, everybody, anything and everything. So I
right. The
think
only thing I worry about,
it's something to look at.
right. But if I'm Max Crosby, I just got a feeling him coming from Vegas, he ain't gonna be so happy to run to Chicago. Um, I know he's a football guy, but it's hard for me to see that he just gonna want to come to Chicago. I think he'll probably want to go somewhere like to a LA, you know, help a warm weather contender, LA, San Francisco. Just I don't know. I feel like he'd be somewhere over there. But I hope so. And
Went
if
to
we get
school.
Miles Garrett,
He went to school in
Garrett,
Michigan,
man,
so he went to school at Eastern Michigan, so
okay.
used to the
But
cold.
if we could talk to Miles Garrett, that'd be the splash of the century. If we can get Miles Garrett in the Bears uniform, we get Miles Garrett, we instantly become a Super Bowl contender because he could win a game. He
I
could take
think
over
with
a game
Miles
by itself.
Garrett, I think with Miles
But
Garrett
it's gonna
depends
take a
on.
lot to get him.
Yeah, I think it depends on. I think it depends on what coach they pick or what coach comes over there, and I think he's sold in Cleveland for whatever reason. But I think it depends on what coach they get.
Yeah, part of me wonders though, is him and Max Crosby both sold in a miserable situations. I
I don't
mean,
think
if
Max is.
I'm
I don't think Max is.
okay, Max has a bunch of reasons to not be, but Miles probably got some reasons to be, and that includes Shador, that includes a young linebacker on defense, that includes one of the best defenses in the NFL this year in the
Uh,
Cleveland Browns. So there's some positives over there in Cleveland. Whereas with
ain't nothing
Max,
over
he
there.
ain't got
Ain't
nothing over
nothing.
there in
Yeah,
Vegas.
ain't nothing over there. And they starting over. He been starting over probably since he been there. So that's why I
Right.
say,
New coach, new everything.
yeah. New
Yeah,
quarter, they probably gonna take Mendoza probably number one. So mm.
right. Yeah, bro. But hey, what happened with what happened with the Niners, man? I mean, they just if they just run up against a motivated Seahawks team that plays great defense, that got off to a fast start, and once they get off to a fast start, it's hard to catch them once they get off to a fast start because their
Yeah,
defense so good.
everybody been talking about Houston defense, the Patriots defense. Nobody been talking about them Seattle boys. That Seattle Seahawks defense is real, and I think it was on full display the other night, and they're gonna be on display again at home for the championship game, and they some dogs, man. They young and they get after it, and these last couple of weeks, Sam Donald, he's just basically been managing the game. I know he's had a good year with him and Jackson Smith and Jigba,
Hmm.
but man, he been managing the game these last couple of weeks with him and Kenneth Walker and that defense. They've been flying to the ball,
Right.
man.
And it's a great team over there. You can tell, just a
Yep.
well coached team from special teams. All he got to do is not basically turn the
Not turn the
ball.
ball over. Yep.
Kenneth Walker been on him and Charbonnet been on. Now is Charbonnet going? Charbonnet's out
He
for the
got hurt.
championship
Yeah,
game. He got hurt,
yeah, he got
but
hurt.
Kenneth Walker, man, he been on a
Touchdown machine.
tear. He been on a tear, dog. He been on a tear for about the last 5 weeks, but mostly just whenever he's on the field, he's one of the best players. And so they dominated, man. And so the Niners for me, bro, they was just banged up, injured as
Yeah,
hell, injured as
yeah. Oh
hell.
yeah. It was
Right,
crazy to even see them, to keep going the way they had a pretty good year too. Purdy was injured earlier this year. They had Mac Jones. He kept the boat afloat, and Mac Jones did his thing. And um, no Brandon Ayuk. They going through their contract woes and everything that everything that comes with that. So he probably won't
no
even be there.
Fred Warner,
Yeah, no Fred Warner. It's
no
been
no Terrence Williams. I mean, they tackle was hurt.
Trent
Yeah, they
Williams.
Trent
He was hurt
Williams.
for a
Yeah,
little while, yeah. So it's been a trying year, but they kept it afloat, man. They made it to the playoffs and they did their thing all the way to the divisional round. I think that just goes to their Cal Shanahan and his coaching and the guys being bought in, man. Next guy up mentality.
right.
Next guy up mentality. So they had a good year,
Yeah,
but going against a division foe is hard playing somebody 3 times a year and well shit. The Rams in Seattle about to be their third time this year too. So
exactly. Exactly, man. And what's up with what's up with our boy CJ Stroud, man?
man, CJ.
Hey, you know, just last Saturday, bro, in the NFL reactions, the overreactions. Of course, it was put out there that is it an overreaction to think that if the Houston Texans want to get to February, that CJ Stroud will have to step his game up.
yeah.
And by looking at CJ Stroud, he ain't step up nothing, man. Um, it's so bad to the point to where people in Houston, and some people was out there saying like, should they even give him the money? Like, should they just keep him on his deal? Like,
Yeah.
cause he looks that bad. He looked
I just
like
think he
crap.
yeah. I
Now I know it
just
might have
think
been
he gotta get
cold,
focused. Yeah.
and
Yeah, but I mean,
maybe it was the
he didn't
cold
play
end.
up. I
Maybe
don't think so.
maybe it was
He didn't play up north at Ohio State. I mean, I just think for CJ, I think CJ just got to get back focused and really lock in. Uh, he did have a new coordinator, but I think having that early success, I think he thought after that, I think he thought the NFL was a little sweeter than it really is. So I just think he really
right.
just gotta lock in, and
He's still going off
I
that
w-
rookie year success.
yeah, I wouldn't say not be confident, but just be humble and just keep working hard. Just lock in, keep working hard, and I think he's gonna be okay. I just think he just gotta really lock in and focus on and stay at his craft and focus on not always trying to make the big play. Take what
Thank
the
you.
defense take what the defense
Take what
give
the
you.
defense gives you.
Take what the
Because
defense
some
give
of them
you.
plays, you know that touchdown New England got where he ran, he tried to scramble, and then he went back. He tried to do what Caleb Williams did.
Yeah,
only his ass got ended up getting sacked.
yeah. So I yeah,
And then
just
the ball threw way up in the air, and the guy number 15 from New England called it pick six.
yeah.
Changed the whole
Um,
trajectory of the game.
yeah. And they were still in the game with that great defense. They were still in the game.
All those turnovers, you right, dog. They were still in the game.
They were still in the game. So yeah, just gotta stay focused. Play within the offense. First year in the offense. I don't like that all the quote unquote black quarterbacks have so many offensive coordinators. You have to. I don't like that, but that's another conversation
I
for
never
another
noticed
day.
that, but that's something interesting.
Yeah, but yeah, just
Mm,
stay within the offense. Stay confident. Take what the defense give you. Just kind of pick your spots when to be aggressive. When to try to make a play, and know when to just I don't know, just kind of take it easy. I think he'll be okay though, man. Just
I hope so. Because he got a great team over there. He just
Yeah,
got to take care of the ball.
and we
If
know
he
the
take care of the
window.
ball more,
Yeah, and we
you
know the
know,
window don't stay long too open. I mean, open too long. So
that's
they
facts.
got a they got a
Ask Sean. Ask Sean.
yeah, they got a Super Bowl ready defense. So in a minute, I know Derek Stingley just got paid. In a minute, Will Anderson gonna be paid big. If it might happen this offseason, but those guys gonna
Yeah.
want to. I know they got some great young safeties over there. Those guys gonna want to get paid too. So
They got a great defensive end on the other side, too.
yep. So it gotta happen now. It gotta happen within this next year or so. It gotta happen now. I think they'll be
Right.
okay, but he gotta make it happen now, man.
Yeah, CJ got to limit these turnovers. Houston got a Super Bowl ready defense.
Yep.
Uh, they got some nice backs. They got a great receiver. A lot of it depends on CJ. A lot of it depends on CJ. But with Buffalo, bro, how about that game? When watching that, I'm like, man, here we go again, divisional round drama.
Yeah, man. At Buffalo, I don't think the football guys like Buffalo, man.
I feel bad for them. They
I
always
think,
come up short.
yeah, man.
They whole history, even through the Super Bowls, they always come up short.
Yeah, Josh, he turned that ball over a couple times, man. And I think the turnover that really changed the trajectory of the game was the fumble right before halftime, and the it took a 3 point lead into a 10 point swing, and then I believe Denver got the ball back right after halftime too, and I'm like, that ain't good, man. I mean, you're a veteran quarterback, you know better. That turnover was just it was a poor turnover from a veteran and MVP, former MVP in this league. It was a bad play, and I think it changed the
The,
trajectory
the,
of the
the, the
game.
MVP from last year.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, and you got to tip your hat to
Yeah.
Denver. You got to tip your hat to Denver. They made Bo Nix. He made plays when he needed
Buffalo
to,
gave
and
that game away too. And
yeah, for sure, definitely, definitely. Um,
teams just giving away games, man. You gotta love it though because
and this
they
was
they
this was
working
supposed to
hard,
be this was supposed to be their year. No Lamar,
right?
no Mahomes, no Joe Burrow. This was supposed to be his year. So I mean, it's no excuses. It's no excuses, bro. He's supposed to get that. He's supposed to get it done. No, y'all had to go on the road.
Right.
They went on the road, beat a good Jacksonville team last week. They should have won that game, but they got it done. And all the teams that lost this weekend, they all turned the ball over. Houston,
Right.
Buffalo, Chicago,
San
and
Francisco.
San Francisco. They all turned the ball over multiple times.
Hmm.
You can't have multiple turnovers in the playoffs.
Right.
In
That's
any
it.
game really, in any game really, but definitely in
And
the play,
right, but
definitely in
definitely
the
not in
playoffs.
football. Not in
That
American football.
no, so that was the
Not
common
in American
denominator.
football. Mm-mm.
Turnovers. Every team that turned the ball over
Turnovers,
last weekend
especially them
lost.
interceptions, man.
Yep.
Cause that's field position, like heavy, and
Yep.
so yeah, man. One thing about the Buffalo game is, was that a catch, bro? Brandon
No.
Cooks. Okay, and I'm talking about the one that was an interception.
Yeah. No.
Because for
So
me, it wasn't a catch for me. But a lot of people felt like it was a catch,
no.
especially on the page, on our community page.
Yeah. Um. I think a lot of people you can't really grasp it from looking at a picture. Watching the whole play, I was watching it live, watching the whole play live, and watching them slow it down. He never had possession of the ball. The defender
Hmm.
arm was intertwined with his arm the whole time with the ball. He never had possession of the ball. And when they came to the ground, which he was in an awkward position, it would have been very hard for him to have possession of the ball the way that he fell with the ball, with the defender rolling over him, and he not having no leverage, being on the bottom with the defender having all the leverage to take the ball. It would have been
Right.
almost impossible for him to even catch the ball. So no, he never had
Right.
possession, and the defender made a great play. He made a great play on the ball, and
So for those that's complaining that it wasn't a catch, they just need to get over it.
yeah, they didn't cheat the
Right.
Bills. They had plenty of turnovers before that. One play don't determine the game. You just got
Right.
to tip your hat to the Broncos. They did what they're supposed to do.
Right.
Turn the ball over.
Man.
Other team got to make you pay for it.
Right. And they gave up a touchdown right before the game to have it go into overtime. I'm sitting there watching the game like, what?
Yep.
And so that was a great way to begin the game. But man, bro, Sean McDermott, 98-50 as a head coach. That's a pretty good record, in.
Yeah.
Um, you know, he's giving you chance after chance. In his 9 seasons, you went to the playoffs 8 times.
Uh-huh.
2017, you lost in the wild card. 2018, you extended 6-10. 2019, wild card, blah, blah, blah. Then you go to the championship game multiple times. Division round, they lost a lot in the division round. But
Yep.
he's giving you chances year after year to host the Lombardi. He's made Josh Allen to arguably the best player in football. Why would the Bills think that they can find somebody better than him? And I don't understand that, dog, because I understand there's some sexy candidates out there, according to what we've been stating on the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast. All original content, by the way, from us on the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast. We write everything. A lot of sexy candidates out there. But, Ian, why would you think there's a sexier or a better candidate out there than a man that went 98-50, led you to the playoffs 8 out of 9 years?
Um, we live in a society where
So like a
it's like
microwave society,
yeah, it's like what have you done for me
quick
lately?
results.
Yeah, I think we all think everything's supposed to happen instant, and I think we've all kind of been kind of psyched into it. This mentality, everything's supposed to happen overnight, and sometimes it's not. Some things can, and you see other people do it, but that don't mean that it's supposed to work like that for everybody. In Sean McDermott's case, I believe that um, being that close so many times and not getting over the hump, maybe the organization feels like he's not the man for the job or he can't get them over the hump. And it's nothing wrong with that, but you do now it's going to be a hit or miss. You may take a step back or some steps back, or you may get the right coach to take them to the next level. It's almost like Mark Jackson and Steve Kerr thing. Mark Jackson,
Right.
they could go to the playoffs year after year after year, couldn't get them over the hump. Steve Kerr get them, they go win a championship, and they turn to a dynasty. Now, in a perfect world, that's what everybody think that they're gonna find in their next coach. But we all know life don't happen like that all the time.
Sure
So
don't.
I don't know. It's tough, man. It's tough because you get this guy. He's had multiple teams with this just now pretty good quarterback, former MVP, last year's MVP. They've had great offenses. You know, James Cook, he was the Russian. He won a Russian title this year.
Yeah,
Um,
great
at one
running
at,
back.
yeah, at one point they had Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs going to the championship game this year. So it's they had these great tight ends. They had these great defenses.
Right,
And
but
and it,
this
and
year,
it's like
Ian,
and
but
it's like
this
they
year,
can't get over the
bro,
hump.
right. This year he had an excuse. I know we talking about they couldn't get over the hump, but this year he had an excuse. Keon Coleman he's been a waste. He hasn't met any expectations. And I know you probably know this from being a fantasy guy, fantasy football guy. He has not met any expectations. Gabe
No.
Davis injured. Your best receiver really was what is it, Shockey?
Shakir.
Shakir, I always mess his damn name up.
Uh-huh.
Shakir, but he can ball, you know.
Yeah, he can ball.
Brandon Cooks was showing up. But as I was
Mhm.
telling Jamal Saturday, Buffalo ain't got no dude like that can just go up there like a Devontae Adams, like a Andre Johnson,
Yeah.
just a grown
But
man. They ain't got that. They got a lot of 5'10" guys that can burn you, but I don't know
when
if you
they
can
had that,
win.
yeah, but when they had that, they still didn't win. So,
Yeah, they lost in
from
the
the
championship game. Who was that? The last best receiver they had, really for
Stephon
me,
Diggs.
was yeah, but no, even outside of Stephon Diggs, they had another grown man that came there towards the end of his career. Um, bro, he used to play for San Francisco or Arizona. Um, and he had a lot of success in his career.
Was it recently?
Yeah, this was a couple years ago, and they lost to Kansas City in the AFC Championship. I'm finna Google it, bro. Buffalo Bills wide receiver 2023 season. I believe it might have been 2023. Um, and they picked him up, and he was pretty much a Hall of Famer. Um, we know who this. He was a grown man, and his whole career, and they picked him up. And Buffalo, they had some guys that they picked up. They were picking up Leonard Fournette. They was picking up
Yeah.
Taylor Rapp. They was still
Yes.
had Jadavius White. Um,
Yeah, they brought him back. He got hurt and then brought him back. So, I mean, you're right. So now
right.
you gotta look at it from the organization perspective.
Remember Cole Beasley?
Yeah, that Cole Beasley. We had all these. We got all these guys. We put in your place. I mean, we you know put these teams together, and it seems like nothing we doing are getting it done. So they're not gonna get rid of Josh Allen. He's their
Nah, he the
superstar.
franchise.
He's the franchise. So now it's the new coach. Now I will say this: if after a while he gets a new coach and they still can't get it done, then it'll be Josh Allen's turn to leave.
Right. That's gonna take a lot, though. It's gonna take them a lot to do that. But that'd be some years from now. But
Yeah.
you know, he was great. Who is the receiver, bro, that played for Oakland? He went to
Amari Cooper.
Alabama, and Amari
Amari
Cooper, my
Cooper.
nigga. Amari Cooper, my nigga. Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper. Didn't he play with Buffalo too? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he
Yep.
played with Buffalo. They went to the
For
championship
Bridgetown.
game. And
Yep.
and
For
people was thinking
Bridgetown.
they was gonna win the Super Bowl that year. They like, oh yeah, they're gonna get it done that year. They're gonna beat Kansas City that year. And they should have, but Patrick Mahomes happened in 13 seconds. And so um that's still one of the craziest things I've ever seen too. But
Yeah.
you know, they've come up short, man. And my question is, then I don't know who you find better than him. I really don't, dog.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough.
You at this point got to win a Super Bowl, because I don't think it gets no better than Sean McDermott. Like, you could get to the championship game with him, pretty much. I mean, he's led you there twice. You know, and so, you know, if 13 seconds don't happen, I mean, man, who knows? And so, just Buffalo, I really don't like that firing, but I wish them luck. I hope they find a better candidate out there. They
Yeah.
find a better candidate. So yeah, bro, we're gonna talk more about that. I'm not even that interested in the NFL no more, and you're gonna have to get me interested, bro, because after the Bears lost, I'm really not motivated for Saturday morning. I swear I'm not. On the other hand, man, let's talk about this, bro. Congrats to Indiana, man. National champs, bro. And
Crazy.
this is the last undefeated national champion for Indiana, bro, since 1976. with Bob Knight and those guys, basketball, etc. And so, who would have thought that the universe? I mean, I'm pretty sure there is nobody on earth, maybe outside of 3 people at the University of Indiana, that really thought that University of Indiana was going to be the national champion in football.
Yeah. I mean, I did pick them to
Virtually
win this game,
impossible.
but if you would have told me at the beginning of the year, well, I wouldn't even say the beginning of the year. I would say maybe a couple years ago, you told me Indiana would be winning one of the college football national championships. I'm like, hell no. But hey,
That's like saying University of Illinois going to win a national championship. What? In
it's
football?
it's
No.
possible. If
No,
Indiana could do it,
if you would tell
yeah,
me that a couple years ago, or if you would have told me that at the beginning of the year, even with Brett Bielema, I'd be like, no.
yeah.
And
But hey,
so, yeah,
this coach is just show you, man, anything is possible, man. You get the
anything
right
is
guys
possible.
and get the right guys to buy into your system, and hey, it's possible, man. They beat Miami on their home field
Right.
for the net for
And
the
and
natty.
the part about it and was Indiana earned that natty dog.
Yeah, they
Like,
dominated the line of scrimmage all year from game one to the last game.
and the crazy part about it is Miami surged in the second half, bro. You watch the
Yeah,
game.
yeah,
They surged. Nobody wanted to tackle number 4 for Indiana. I mean, for Miami. Nobody wanted to
Yeah.
tackle that running back.
Mark
And
Fletcher,
nobody
yeah,
wanted to really tackle Malachi Tony either. He a freshman. He was out there
yeah,
busting
the
their ass
dog,
too.
yeah,
Yeah,
dog.
dogs. So Miami, they gonna be back, I feel like, for sure. Indiana, I'm
Yeah,
not sure if it's the case, but Indiana, bro,
they, I don't
like
know, they might
they
be, man.
they
They've
they
been
gonna
hitting
be
that
back
portal.
because of their head coach, because of
Yeah,
they in that portal, because of their head
yeah.
coach in that portal, and the fact that they got the national championship, they got clout right now, right? They got clout,
Mm,
and so that block punt, bro.
that changed the game.
Kurt Cignetti is a great coach because I think he knew that Miami likes to take the punter. And I learned this in from just being a special teams guy with Morgan Park. Like if
Uh,
you got a punter that likes to take the ball and he likes to run to the side and kick the ball like Miami
it
do,
gives you enough time.
you it gives you enough time to send an edge guy that's fast enough or big enough with some long arms. It's like sending Craig Drummond or somebody that's fast, country or
Hmm.
somebody that's fast, and say go block
Yep,
that punt.
yep,
That's exactly what happened with Miami. That literally, if that doesn't happen, and we probably talking about a whole different outcome.
yep.
But on top of that, bro, how about that fourth down for Mendoza, bro?
Man, the 4 and
We talking
5
about fourth
went.
down, my nigga,
Yeah,
bro.
the quarterback draw
That's
for him to get
balls
it.
to go for that on the
Yeah,
quarterback draw,
yeah.
4th and 5.
For him to break them tackles the way he did. Not the biggest frame, but man, he got it done, and
Mm-hmm.
he showed people why he won a Heisman, bro, for sure.
For real. Absolutely for real. Like it was just multiple plays in that game. Even the halfback touchdown. It was 3rd and goal. They was finna stop them again, Miami defense. And
Yeah,
balls, the coach said, hey, hand the fullback the ball. He got tackled and he fought his way in the end zone. Like they were hungry, bro. And they made the small little details. And I know Miami's sitting there just like, man, if we would have, that's what happened with these great teams, though, bro, and these great games in football. It just shows you this game is a game of anxious,
definitely a game of interest. Yep.
game anxious. And when it comes to these championships or these playoffs, where good teams are playing, the
Hmm.
difference, bro, is this. It ain't much.
Literally.
This shit is minimal. It's like this. And one little mistake can cost you, man. And Miami, if I'm Miami, I'm like beating on the table because I'm like, if we didn't get that punt block in, we probably send as national champions,
At home on our own stadium, our own field.
right? If we don't give up a 4th and 5 on a 13-yard run, we probably send as national champions. If we don't give up that fourth down, if we don't give up that fourth quarter touchdown to Indiana, and allow Indiana to go right back down and score after we scored, we probably send as national champions. If we don't throw the interception. So it was just a lot, man. But Indiana, bro, they earned that natty. And it was really, really, really good to see Indiana, um, man, just be national champions, dog. And so,
Yep.
yeah, man.
Shout out to them, man. Shout
Crazy.
out to Hey, Big Ten got it 3 years in a row. Michigan,
3 years
Ohio
in a row.
State, Indiana.
Man, just anything's possible, man. I was
Yep.
sitting there thinking about Maryland today and Miami as example. I'm like, man,
You know he
Indiana
left
can
though.
do it. Maryland can do it.
You know he
And
left though, right?
Miami left Maryland.
Yeah, he
Uh,
took the cornerback job at Howard.
Okay, in DC.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I mean, well, it seems like with that, then he's likely at this point trying to get into coaching and become a
Yeah.
defensive coordinator, stuff like that.
Yep. That's
Okay.
good for him. I
Yeah.
was I was happy for him, man.
Right.
That's pretty
I'm
cool.
happy, and I'm happy for Miami too. And I'm really rooting at this point. I'm just rooting for Seattle, cause of
Oh
Frisman,
yeah, because of
cause
freshman.
of
Yeah,
Frisman. You know.
yeah, for sure.
So, I'm just, Travis got his World Series. Travis got what, 3 rings at this point. So it'd be nice to
Yeah,
see.
yeah, he doing his thing over there for sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And they keep getting greedy, the damn Dodgers. That's another conversation for another day. Literally taking from us, taking pretty much our best player, man, and bringing him over
Mm,
there now. Um,
yep.
Dodgers just greedy. Dodgers just greedy. Um, so,
That
man,
money.
uh, that money talks. Um, yeah, and so what can you say, bro? And so Kyle Tucker, he now with them, and they didn't even need him. They didn't need Kyle Tucker, you know.
No, not at all.
But with the money they got, I mean,
They could do
so we'll see,
anything.
man. They could do
And
anything they want, bro.
it's LA, bro.
Right? Exactly. And the Yankees went out and they made a big splash right behind the Dodgers. They like, y'all motherfuckers want to do this, we're gonna do this. And so they like, man, we might see each other come October. And so,
Yeah.
man, bro, curious, bro. Any final thoughts or shout outs, bro, as we head into the evening?
Man, shout out to the Bears, man. They had a great year. Um, Division champs, NFC North champs. Shout out to Ben. Shout out to Caleb. Shout out to the whole team, and they had a great year, man. I feel it was good seeing the city happy, happy about the Bears, man. We ain't seen the city happy about some football about the Bears in a minute. Well, they went to the playoffs with like 2018 and not too long ago, but it was kind of different this year.
Yeah.
And shout out to D Rose, man. D Rose getting his jersey retired this weekend.
Okay,
Uh,
word.
yeah,
Okay.
the
Thanks for
jersey
that,
retired.
bro. I gotta add that. Okay, that's Saturday?
Yep, that's Saturday the 24th.
Word.
Yep.
411. 411.
Yeah,
All
shout
right,
out
we
to D Rose,
gonna
man.
right. Favorite D Rose moment. I got plenty of them. All right. And so, yeah, appreciate that, bro. And
Yep.
so, yeah, man. Appreciate you being on, bro. And
Sure.
yeah, you make your shout out to the Bears. I hope we live and we learn from it, man, and just grow. And so, great season. Now we put our hopes, not really our hopes into the Bulls, but now we focus on the Bulls. We focus on the Blackhawks and stuff like that, and see if they could
Yeah,
perhaps perhaps
they get.
surprise some people.
Yeah, man. Hopefully they get better.
Yeah, hopefully so. And so, with that being said, world, man, we appreciate our viewers. Appreciate you guys watching. And so, on behalf of the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast, we would like to say thank you for tuning in with us this evening. Continue to chop it up with us and support our podcast on various platforms. And if you are and would love to talk sports with us on the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast, we are here and would love to do so with you. Your love support is truly appreciated. And we hope you all have a blessed and safe night. Peace.